Hi guys, welcome to the channel, and today we've got an amazing and powerful Town Hall 17 attack strategy using Super Yetis and loads of skeleton spells, because of course we had that news recently, didn't we, about Eternal Tome. And while I think Eternal Tome will still be amazing, in this attack strategy today we're going to use something a bit different. We're going to have Healing Tome and Rage Gem on the Grand Ward, and the rest of the hero equipment and pets on the left hand side. We've got 8 Super Yetis and 10 skeleton spells. Now of course we're not going to be using the Battle Blimp today because we're not going to be using Eternal Tome, so I like using the siege barracks. It's brilliant for funneling or supporting the main army. So we're going to put down a skeleton spell on the left, skeleton spell on the right. That'll distract the defenses. Then a super yeti on each side. Then we use the siege barracks on the right hand side there. I would suggest if you are using the siege barracks and it's going to sort of be supporting the main army later on, it might be worth having some furnaces inside there, so those furnaces come out at the end and help take out any buildings that are left over. Then send in the main army. Remember to put your skeleton spells in front of the army as it moves through the base. Try and distract things like the monolith, scatter shots, single target infernos, and enemy heroes, and especially the enemy minion prints. The enemy minion prints can really make or break an attack, so try and send in your queen near the enemy minion prints, or maybe a skeleton spell or two to try and distract the defenses around there to make things easier. As you can see, we do have some furnaces that have emerged from the siege barracks, and those fire mites jumping throughout the base, helping take out any buildings that are left over. So I've been practicing, guys, and on this channel, if you are new, by the way, what I try and do is find nice, easy to use attack strategies for the casual player. Nothing too difficult. I don't want too many troops in this army. All we've got are super yetis and some root riders. The root riders obviously help our troops get through the base, and what you can do as well, you can drop a few skeleton spells, maybe have a clone spell to help clone some of those root riders or super yetis in the base. I do think super yetis are really powerful, and with this attack we've got the siege barracks, the root riders, the super yetis. We should be able to break into the main area of the base, take out the town hall, and hopefully get 3 stars. Those skeleton spells are so important though, so remember to put those skeleton spells in front of the main army. And hero equipment, as you can see, guys, on the battlefield right now, we've got a giant named Gareth. Yes, very powerful, and I would definitely say action figure on the queen with healer puppet or magic mirror is a great combination. The giant is really powerful and helps with these ground spam attacks. So there's our first replay. Next up is a friendly challenge. This is how I normally practice. Again, we're going to go for a beautiful spam attack, and I'm not saying don't use Eternal Tome with the Grand Warden. Like I said, I think in the future when we've got the new reworked Eternal Tome, I still think it's going to be really powerful, but I want to show you some alternatives today. So I do think Healing Tome and Rage Gem, Fireball and Rage Gem, Life Gem and Rage Gem, they're all good combinations, but something a bit different. We're not going to rely on that Battle Blimp to take out the Town Hall. No, we're going to send in the main army. And remember, if you have got the Royal Champion Rocket Spear, Electro Boots, you can always send in the Royal Champion a bit later to try and take out the Town Hall, and that's something to think about. So let's go through the hero equipment I'd suggest using. Well, if you've got the King, I'd say Spiky Ball and Earthquake Boots are still my #1 choice, especially for these ground spam attacks. We've got Root Riders to open up the walls, but obviously Earthquake Boots on the King does really help this attack, and Spiky Ball is just magnificent. On the Queen, I love action figure. Healer Puppet is great for the main army as well. Giant Arrow's alright, Magic Mirror's great as well. Grand Warden we've discussed, and the Royal Champion, I like Rocket Spear and Electro Boots, or Haste Fire and Electro Boots, a great combination there. You can use the Minion Prince as well if you're upgrading one of your heroes. I do think the Minion Prince with ground attacks, it works surprisingly well. Really good, the Minion Prince, especially with Dark Orb and Metal Pants. As you can see, we're putting those skeleton spells in front of the main army. We've run out of them quite quickly, and we do have that Revive spell as well. What I would say is I normally try and use the Revive spell on the Royal Champion. Just wait for a good moment to revive the Royal Champion after, if you've got the Phoenix with her, of course, after the Phoenix duration has worn off, then revive her back on the battlefield. Just be careful not to do it too soon. I've done it loads of times where I've revived the Royal Champion back onto the battlefield next to a ricochet cannon or something like that, and she's been taken out about 5 seconds later. So we are going to get 3 stars again. And like I said, I've been checking out different attacks, and I thought, yeah, this one really works, seems really easy to use, and you don't have to rely on Eternal Tome or other equipment like that. And we do have one more replay, this from a recent war, and I want to give a big shout out to our opponents here. They did really well, including Arctic here, 3-starred my base with a brilliant attack, and I was taking on their base as well and managed to get 3 stars. So this is sort of a typical sort of box base town hall in the center. As you can see, we're putting those skeleton spells in front of the main army, trying to go for a nice spam attack. Let's keep things as simple as possible. Try and get those troops into the base. The root riders as well. Use the Grand Dwarven ability quite early, and I would say use the Queen ability as well if you've got action figure and healer puppet, so those healers help benefit the main army, and you've got the giant helping out from the very beginning. Put down those skeleton spells in front of the main army, and then have a look on the battlefield and decide where you're going to send in the Royal Champion. I'm sending the Royal Champion in on the left-hand side of Rocket Spear, hopefully take out the Moldy Archer Tower and the enemy Queen on the left-hand side. Use some skeleton spells to help out your Royal Champion, and as you can see, it's going okay. We don't really need to be too worried about the Town Hall at Town Hall 17. It seems strange saying that Town Hall 16 Town Hall in itself scares me more than the Town Hall 17. Overall, I think Town Hall 17 is far more powerful, but at least you don't need to worry about that nasty poison bomb from the Town Hall or your Yetis, Super Yetis walking through that area. You do have the Giga Bomb, I think it's called, isn't it? Somewhere in the base though. And as you can see, the enemy Minion Prince is being really annoying. So what I would say going back to that, guys, you could drop one of the skeleton spells, have a poison spell, but do try and take out the enemy Minion Prince as quickly as possible. Can really ruin your attack. We're looking okay here. We've used all the spells, all the hero abilities. It's just down to luck now. Can we get, well, luck and a tiny bit of skill. Can we get 3 stars? I think we're gonna. We've still got the giant on the battlefield as well. I know I keep going on about action figure, but yeah, loads of fun, great for these ground spam attacks. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today. If you have, please do hit that like button. If you want to see more easy to use and powerful Town Hall 17 attack strategies, do hit that subscribe button and notification bell, join the Samoose army. And before we finish, guys, a couple of things. Number 1, remember to practice your funneling. Number 2, remember to stay hydrated. And number 3, remember on this channel we do have something called a creator code. That's where you can help support your favorite content creator in-game by using their code. Our code is CODEMOOSE. Any support would be amazing.